Welcome to Talking Heads on USA Global TV, starring the one and only wonderful Dr. Jacalyn. It's a prestigious place where world-class influencers and experts meet, and where you'll find the most trusted advisors and coaches for all things in life and business. Visit usaglobaltv.com to sign up for our newsletter, get the value you need, and be first in line to learn about events and giveaways and other valuable content. Connect with us. Email Dr. Jacalyn at usaglobaltv.com to talk about how you can become part of USA Global TV. That's USA Global TV, where the doctor is always in.
Hello and welcome to USA Global TV, home of Talking Heads, and welcome to our friends listening on Business Talk Radio. We're so excited to have you here today. This is a special event. It's called the Corner Bookstore, and we normally would be on Wednesday or Thursday, I think it is, but we're on Friday. So here we are, and with me is my friend, back again for a second time today, the lovely Diann Floyd Boehm. Hi, Diann. Welcome back.
Hi, great to see you.
Great to see you twice in a row today. I love it.
I know, it's exciting. I always like being with you.
Well, I like being with you as well. And we've got a very special guest, a dear friend also who is on the program with us. And she's taught me so much about myself personally and about the world and moving from 3D to 5D. So I'm excited to bring her out. But before we do, Diann, as always, I'd love for you to just share with our audience why we're doing this program.
Sure, I'll be happy to. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our show. This is a special show because we want you to meet authors that you may not otherwise know about, especially if they're an indie author. And that's what this show is all about, to let you meet authors from all the different genres doing incredible stories and giving you an opportunity to enter the world of imagination. So today we have a lovely guest, and get ready to enter her world of imagination. Dr. Jacalyn?
Thank you so much, Diann. And Diann, you've had some incredible things happen to you recently as a result of all of the wonderful positive energy and light that you're putting into the world. So don't be shy. Do tell us. Tell us where we can purchase these items.
Thank you so much. So if you go to Diann Floyd Boehm, BOEHM.com, you can learn about all my books. And I have two new ones out for the holidays, especially A Song of Peace. It's a children's book, but the message is endless and it's ageless for everyone, because we all want to have peace on earth. So I'm very, very excited about that, A Song of Peace. And the other one, I joined 10 other authors for short stories, and they're adult short stories. And it's so much fun. This one is 'Tis the Season, a Christmas anthology, and it's a blast. Mine is about a little puppy, but trust me, it is an adult story. But there's other stories that are so much fun, like a Comic-Con story. Santa decides to take a day off. Oh my gosh, what's going to happen? And then speed dating. It's just a fun anthology book of short stories from 10 different authors, and you get to read about them as well. So I'm excited about that one, and it's at texassisterpress.com.
Thank you, Diann. And I'm so happy that I was able to be a teeny part of Peace, singing Peace. So it makes you feel happy when you sing Peace also.
I'm so glad you brought that up, Dr. Jacalyn, and thank you so much for doing that. Hopefully our commercial will be out in a couple of days. I'll have to check to our friend Alcini, who's putting it together. And so everyone, Dr. Jacalyn joined in with something that I hope to go viral for different people to just, if you don't like to sing or you're afraid to sing, which hopefully our guests will tell you about how everybody can sing, and you just say, peace, 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 just 50 seconds, and then just put it out there to the universe and let me know that you've done that and join in with the rest of us. But thank you, Dr. Jacalyn, for doing that.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. Thank you for asking. And now I'm going to introduce our special guest and a special friend. She is an award-winning international singer, songwriter, author, vocal coach, and producer. We play her music here on a regular basis. She's my vocal coach, and she helped me become aware of your female and your masculine energy. And that guy is always showing up. I got to get the girl back. Always here. So I'm just going to play one of her music videos that I love to play so much. I love the energy, and then we'll bring her out. It's called Follow Love. Let's take a look. And let me.
By your love, what you giving me is just not enough. I need a love to take me higher and higher and higher. Every step I take, I feel more awake. Getting closer now, I feel so alive. Stopping me, this is how I live. Ever closer now, just follow love. Love will take you there. Just follow love. Follow me. Just follow love. Love will take you there. Just follow love. Follow me. Follow love.
Thank you.
That
Wow.
was so much fun to make, was it?
Yeah, it was. It was in Malta, and I mean, we could have done we could have gone and done a usual music video, but I really wanted to involve friends and the children and some of my students, because I wanted it to be about the optimum of love.
Beautiful.
The whole circumference of love. So it was fun. It was great. It's good.
Madalene, I meant to ask you because I play that video all the time. The woman who's beckoning for someone to come, is that you?
The one that's she was an ex-student of mine.
Oh,
From lovely girl. Yeah, Australian. She was the right person for the. She has such a strong personality and a loving personality, and she radiates so much love as well, without being too ego or anything. It's nice. Yeah.
Very nice. And obviously we're on a show called the Corner Bookstore, which we're going to get to the book. But I just wanted to let people know, as I personally have worked with you, we actually have presented a listening seminar together, and you are also a vocal coach, which is really, she's fantastic. The work that you do is truly amazing. So we are offering an opportunity for people to get involved and to contact Madalene. You can just mention Dr. Jacalyn for her special offers for voice coaching.
Absolutely. If you want to hear your voice that you've never heard before, you've never even connected with that voice, you'll be surprised. Very surprised. The results of your inner voice when you start working with that, as you know, Dr. Jacalyn, because we still have to do this single that we're going to be talking about.
We're going to do a single together, and it is interesting, I think, how your voice resonates in so many ways. For me, I'd like to have people understand how listening and your voice can go together, actually. And Madalene, that you do, and Diann also, as an author, that voice becomes words on a paper.
Yeah, exactly. And the breathing as well, because remember we incorporated the breathing. The breathing is a key structure, because it's it's really important in order to bring out a nice clear sound, a soft breathier sound, and also just to be relaxed, so that you're not so tensed up. I mean, I really recommend doing breathing techniques anyway, whether you're a singer or just every day as an exercise in the morning. breathing techniques is it's the fuel. Breathing is the fuel for our life. It's our fuel, like a petrol is a car for a car, you know. Yeah.
I think the more we increase the oxygen going to our brain, the more creative we can be, and the more creativity that flows out.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
So, Madalene, you and I met as a result of the wonderful Ian Pelham Turner and
Yes, and Helena.
Helen, and we
Helena.
interviewed you, and then you came back, and I think you were on In the Name of Love with Kimmy Seltzer, and
Yes.
you've been up to quite a lot. So, tell us a little bit about yourself and about your work as a writer.
Okay. Well, with me having a background of singing and working with the inner voice, which I've really, I would say I've perfected. I really have, because I got such a bad time with the producers in the past. And so you have to find your own way. You have to find your comfy zone. So yeah, so I with that, because I've always been connected with creativity and my inner voice. It made sense that my inner voice is also connected with the inner voice of the heart as well. And because I did lots of expressing, everything's got to be from the heart. And that's all I've done throughout my life. And I've been bruised a lot because I've done that. I really have. But, you know, from that, I decided to put pen to paper. And especially through the lockdown, actually, and I think a lot of people did this lockdown, I started to get confidence and write down what I felt was the intuition of my heart speaking to me, as if I was talking to a third person.
Madalene, I have a question for you, and it's asking you a little to be transparent if you feel comfortable. You mentioned that along the way, leading with your heart, that's it sounds like people weren't as accepting as maybe you would have liked them to have been. Can you explain that?
Yeah. When I was writing songs during that time in the 90s, I got a lot of producers coming back to me and saying, you can't write this kind of material about love and about light and abundance and all this. No. We want about the booty. We want about, you know, about getting on or sexuality or just about confidence. We don't want about what love is about, because they said to me, no, it wasn't the right time. So then I had to go along the path of what they dictated to me, and I got controlled. But deep within me, I always looked at people and saw them as these sparkling lights. I never saw someone's character. I saw them as this bright light, this bubble of love. And I think I got hurt a lot because of it. And I got taken advantage of because of it. And I also was put into a box of, oh, she's a bit off. She's on her own planet.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's all I received through years. And then finally, at 50, 51, now the golden age has started, the era of the soul. I really feel it's my time. Because I was writing for this time. And I've managed to retain my my outer look as well, the same age as when I started to be controlled. I started to let myself be controlled by the industry. So it's almost like the universe has given me. It's almost, I've gone back 20 years or 25 years. And it's like I've been in this dream, and now, well, a nightmare actually in some ways. And now I've actually caught up with it. If we think of it as a time dimension, it's almost like I've gone back to that, but how it should be, instead of, I don't know, I'm blabbing on.
I relate 100%. So, yeah. But sometimes we have to go through those steps in order to appreciate.
Yes, I agree. We
Not
have to
appreciate what we went through, but as we meet others, we can relate what they're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Struggle, which makes it easier for us to come up with the words that we need to write.
Yeah,
as we tell the story.
It's and the thing is, I'm you know, you've heard about when people start to awaken to the heart, and so I started to wake to my heart in 2012. But then what people have to realize is, as soon as you wake up, you get that really high feeling that, wow, I found myself. And then you got the work after that. Then you got to descend. You have to descend. And that's why people give up, because they get the high at the beginning. They go to these, and they get the high, and then they have to descend. And once they start descending, that's when the work has to come in. That's when you've got to really work at purging and looking at your certain language, your morals, looking at the way that your mind and your heart is, where your heart is. So you question absolutely everything. And to be honest, when I started to wake up in 2012, I went away from the industry completely. I lived on an island by myself with my ex-husband, but it was just me and him and nobody else. No one else. I didn't have anything at all to do with the music, with the book, nothing whatsoever. I felt invisible. And what's strange is when I went out walking, I was invisible. And people didn't even notice me. Whereas before I got noticed in, I wouldn't say the limelight, but I did have some kind of establishedness.
Notoriety.
Yeah.
What did it feel like, Madalene, to go from having that to being invisible? It actually worked really well for me, because honestly, even my looks changed. It's like I didn't have a glow about me. It's like I was very dull. I couldn't carry a conversation. I didn't want to. I wasn't interested in television. I wasn't interested in about fame or anybody else. I just was not interested. All I was doing was just a non-existent life. Just as in, I was studying. That's one good thing, because my ex-husband said, I think you should study. You missed out on that. So I think it would be good for you to start. So I started to do studying with the university. So I went back to studies. And then also I was studying my spiritual studies as well. So learning about the Ascended Masters, learning about the Tree of Life teachings, not from the duality, which is our 3D illusion matrix. But to be honest, it was a big clearing. It was there was a lot to work at. There was a lot that had to be. It first started with food. Food had to be looked at. So I couldn't eat density food that was dense. Next, it started to look at rage. I started to have these rages. I started to have this, not projecting on anyone, but just, and then a sadness, an absolute sadness, as if I died. As if I died. And I had dreams, honestly, of everyone I knew in my past
looking at me as I was dead.
Wow, you really have been through a lot. And it
Yeah.
sounds like in the music industry, you felt a lot of judgment, and probably the people you're working with are coming from a position of fear.
Yes,
And,
it was all fear-based.
Fear-based. And Madalene, I want to make sure we've got 2 videos here today. I want to make sure we get to them.
Yes.
So,
Oh, yeah.
so if you can tee them up, we have Out of Control and also We Are Love. Which one would you like to start with?
Out of Control, basically, is about, there's out of control where the world is out of control, but there's a positive way of out of control. And out of control can be, you find yourself once you come out of control. Once you come out of whatever system, whatever people are dictating to you, whatever, you have to be out of control to find yourself, then be in control.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the song's about, out of control. And the next song after
Let's take a look at this one first. Let's look at Out of Control.
Sure. Okay, go.
Here we go.
Here I go, watch me now, I'm out of control. Here I go, watch me now, I'm out of control. Feel the sweet desire, let the music start to free your soul. Feel the step and fire moving up and down, out of control. Feel the sweet desire, let the music start to free your soul. Feel the step and fire moving up and down and out of control. Feel the sweet desire, let the music start to free your soul. Feel the step and fire moving up and down, out of control. Feel the sweet desire, let the music free your soul.
Thank you.
Wow, what a glamorous photo shoot. Absolutely stunning.
I just did that today, like put that video together, just like
Wow.
on a different montage. But basically, it's about how once we decide what we want to do out of control, then you start, and it's almost you have the experience, you have wonder and this, but then you go back to the source after that. And then out of control could be, out of control, where you're out of control, out of your body and connecting with nature, and you are at one with nature and all. And then you go all at one with the universe, back to source.
Yeah. Wow, beautiful, beautiful music as well.
Thank you.
All right, I want to make sure we get to the other one as well. So tell us what we can see in the other one, We Are Love video.
Yeah, We Are Love. It's basically how we are in humanity, how we are in the way that this is who we truly are. We are creator beings. We are manifesting beings. We work in unity. We have to learn that the child within. We have to learn we are child of the stars. We belong. It's, you know, it's not just Earth segregated. It's the whole universe, and Mother Earth is part of the sister of the planet. The whole everything. We are now, because of the golden age, the era of the soul. We have now ascended to that same vibration as the universe. Before, we were cut off because we were in 3D, we were in matrix, completely controlled by certain things that had to carry their path as well. No one's to blame, you know. But so We Are Love is about, wow, how we have that love within us that can just shine. And I just found I wrote this, and it's in words of divine love. It's like, I call it like a sonnet, but I wanted to make, it's not a single, it's not like that. It's like a sonnet, but with beautiful trajectory and yeah.
All right, let's take a look at it.
We Are Love. Yeah.
Here we go.
Don't be scared, you know you're not alone. For the time now is to journey through the dark night of your soul. Holding on to your pain and suffering, let your inner world unfold, let your life begin. You can't control what you always try to hide. Forgive yourself, forgiving those, forgive who hurt your life. It does not make sense, the world that we knew, so mixed up and nothing ever rings the truth. Let it go, let the old beliefs release, and then you'll feel the time to breathe. We all have dreams, we need to aspire, so write your story every minute by the hour. Live your truth and face those inner fears. Release your love, release your tears. Child of the stars, come back home again. Let the old illusion disappear from earth at last. There is love awaiting us all. There are angels who hear our calls. We are love. We are love. We are creative beings, born from love, not fear, and we will all shine, and we won't disappear. We are shining stars, sent from high above. We came to earth to rebirth in love, to start anew and free a life. Aquarius has now arrived, abundance, light and love within. A golden age can now begin. We are love. We are creative beings, born from love, not fear, shine. We won't disappear. We are shining stars sent from high above. We came to earth to rebirth in love. We are love. We are love. Come back home again. Come back home again.
Thank you. So that's what the lyrics on that is in the words of divine love and wisdom. I think that words of divine love and wisdom is not about stories. It's about sonnets and verses and poetry.
And Madalene, you share a lot through your words, and I'm wondering, how do you feel when you hear yourself perform?
I got used to it now. I've got used to it. But to be honest, I'm still a little bit nervous when it comes to being interviewed. That's a bit of a...
It's anything that is, you sit there
I can perform, I can sing, I can perform, I can make up a song, I can perform right now. Easy. But when Dr. Jacalyn or yourself, Diann, when you ask me questions, I'm like, oh, you know, I don't know. Some people just have a natural gift for interview, you know, and I don't know. I get so nervous.
Well,
I'm okay when I'm teaching.
You're
I'm
teaching.
okay when I'm teaching.
Nervous.
Yeah. But when you give me questions I'm nervous with interviews. Yeah.
You do.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You know, I love all your songs, by the way, and you deliver it so beautifully. I also noticed that you know, your sound quality and you know, you're telling the story in a whole different voice in the first song, and then this one, it's so powerful the way you delivered it with just this warm softness around it, and so the story could come out that you were trying to get across. And I was just totally drawn into it because of the way you delivered it and the whole roundness of your voice.
Thank you, Diann. That means a lot coming from you. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. But as a singer myself, the control that you were delivering that whole time, like I was like, my whole diaphragm was like in total like.
Believe you me, you talk about the out of control was really difficult because it went up a key towards the end as well, and it took me a while to record those big registers, higher power registers. Really did. And then it got higher, and I'm thinking, if you go any higher, it's just gonna be it's gonna sound like a squeaky mouse or something.
Dr. Jacalyn, I don't know if you felt it, but in the second one, I just want you to know, my whole brain wrote a whole movie behind it.
I can see that.
You just go into that whole movie, don't you? It's almost like, because you know, I was going to put the lyrics on there, but then I thought to myself, it will detract.
Yeah,
people won't actually go into it and have the vibration and the frequency of the voice going in, through, and around them. They'd just be looking at the words going, oh, what does that say? Oh, okay. They'd use their the logic
the
brain
logic side. Yeah.
rather than their feeling.
Absolutely.
And
Madeline,
I'm glad you used, sorry, go ahead, Dr. Jacalyn.
a question I have for you. So in Out of Control, you had a lot of photographs in there, and there were some where you were very glamorous, and there were some where you were as you are naturally, which is
no makeup, no
Make-
makeup.
So I just wondered how you feel about those transformations. Do you feel more comfortable one way than another?
I like all of it. I do like all of it. I think I think it's all colors, you know. And I think sometimes it's like with everything. Sometimes you want to be no makeup, and sometimes you want to be full on makeup. But to be absolutely lately, I just love having no makeup as well. I just, you know, I find that more of my true self comes out when I have no makeup. When you put makeup on, then it's almost like you're fulfilling the role of the makeup.
Diann, what are your thoughts?
I can relate to all of that. I enjoy the natural look,
Yes.
but then there's times, and I think you said it so well, that you know there's a look you want for that particular moment, and
Yes.
you're ready for it. You know.
Yes.
But the
Yeah,
last thing
exactly.
I want on me when I'm gardening is makeup. I want to be able to dig in the mud and if it get mud on me, I don't care.
Well, I was going to say, but Dr. Jacalyn, you're different. You're always glamorous. I haven't seen you not glamorous. Honestly. Actually, no, to be honest,
Today.
there is a part when you're not glamorous, but you have strength when you're doing your exercise on, like, you know, on the bike and doing your working out and that is your natural as well.
Yeah.
And yet that has glamour as well, if you know what I mean.
I do. Thank you.
You're
Thank
but you're
God.
glamorous. Definitely. You remind me of like a Hollywood, like, you know, the oozing Hollywood glamour, you know?
Yeah. The golden years of
yeah. And right now
that was the
so
best of
popular.
Hollywood. Yeah.
My next book is going to be all alone with my Hollywood glamour.
I love it. I love the title. Yes, you've got to do it. You've got to write that. All alone with my Hollywood glamour. Well, it's coming in. It's coming in, this style, because I watched a film on called a friend recommended to me, Songwriter actually. And you know what, Dr. Jacalyn, and it was called Up Passing. Oh my gosh, you have to watch this. It's like it's filmed in black and white, and it's just so sharp. Cinematography is fantastic, and it's an art film. It's fabulous. Called Passing.
For that. I am a fan of Hollywood, like old Hollywood, and Diann, you and I have talked about this, but you know, with the red lipstick and the nails and the hats and the gloves,
and with the headscarf, with the sports car, I can see it. I can see it. I can even see you going through like a jungle looking like that as well.
So
glamour. Me, I'm just like a hippie chick. I'm just like, I don't know, just a hippie chick.
Well, we saw different looks for you, and Diann also. I'm sure if you had a photo
And Diann,
shoot,
you're glamorous.
it would be very
sweet.
Yeah. You have different looks, right, Diann? Yeah.
Excuse me?
You have different looks as well, Diann.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love everything about being a woman, you know.
Do you wear your hair up?
Not that often, unless it's like in a great big again teased and all of that. But Dr. Jacalyn knows I have a lot of wigs, so sometimes I'll have the page boy wig on.
Oh wow. I don't wear my hair up. I don't know why. I just don't. It's like a fear.
Yeah.
I don't do it.
You know, it's funny, when my hair was long up until last year when I cut it off for who knows what reason, I used to wig it up all the time, and then I could put more things. I have like pins that you put in your hair and like all kinds of glitter sticks and things. So waiting for it to.
Oh wow! You got like the Rita Hayworth as well. You could have the Rita Hayworth.
That's so sweet. I loved Rita Hayworth. It's one of my
Oh,
dad's
isn't she?
favorites.
Isn't she just oozing glamour?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
My goodness! Just don't you think that a lot of women are going more masculine with their fashion sense? The men
Yes.
are becoming more feminine,
Yes,
and the
it's
women are
very sad.
becoming more masculine in the fashion.
Yes, it's the fashion designers. But we
Yeah,
won't
I guess so.
want to get
I
in
guess
trouble
so.
when I think about all that.
Yeah.
That's what you all
I think that for fashion, fitness, travel, and leisure.
Yeah, you're right. It is. Sorry.
But
I'm going
getting
off
back
on a tangent.
but getting back to your book, your song. So I love how you talk about the stars and the universe, because I do believe that we're all beams of light,
Yes.
and I think that I love that you use the word vibration, because I
Yes.
think the vibrations are changing on Earth, and
Absolutely,
I think
yeah.
some of us have had these vibrations for this moment, but we needed the wisdom to grow up to be able to understand the new vibration coming in.
Yes.
I don't know what you think
And-
about
and
that.
we
But I'm
have
just
to
kind of
change.
feeling like that. And I believe that the angels are putting all of us together. I mean, just think, Dr. Jacalyn and I, we met. It was serendipity, wasn't it, Dr. Jacalyn?
It's
Really?
You know, and I'm not. And then y'all shared how y'all met, but it's like each one of us though have this uniqueness about us that make us kindred spirits, I think,
Yes.
in order
Yes.
to do things. And I was just curious if y'all thought I was off my rocker.
No, you're making perfect sense in every way. I mean, what we have to also understand, we all excel in our own way. There is no competition anymore, and that is such an old system.
Yes.
There's no room for competition anymore. It's about bringing our own star forward and then from that star we make a big constellation, and that covers the whole of Earth. That is the vibration. And there's a lot of people that have got the potential, but the light's off.
Mhm.
It's dim. That's all. And they just need to, they just need to know. It's within them. It's within them. They just need to look within. Just look within. Just have that moment and just shut out everything else and just start to just look within. And then they find the star. They find their star. Everyone's a star.
I think that's how we help people. We give people
Yeah.
space, and we lift one another up, and then we keep
Yeah.
introducing people to one another and finding collaborations for ways for people to work together.
You are an absolute master zen at that, Dr. Jacalyn.
That's so true.
Completely.
Well, that's because of Diann. She is truly the one who she's
Wow.
the queen.
Oh my gosh.
But I will say that Dr. Jacalyn's like the wizard, she
Yeah. Oh
I didn't mean to start
that's
talking about you in
right.
third person, Dr. Jacalyn, sorry. But I mean, like a wizard, she knows how to make all these things happen. I couldn't even
Yes.
all these shows and then bring people together and let everyone shine. So for me, Dr. Jacalyn, it's like
Absolutely.
the Wizard of Oz. You're that wonderful
She's
wizard.
alchemic.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I have to share this with you. This is so funny. So as you know, I moved and had to pack up all the equipment, which in and of
Yeah.
itself was a major deal. And as I was setting up the studio yesterday, I said to myself, because I'm in a much smaller space, I said to myself, I feel like the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain. That's what I feel like.
Oh my gosh.
There's another show. Another book.
What is a female wizard?
Wizardess?
Wizardess?
I
Goddess? Goddess?
You know.
You're a goddess. We're all goddesses. I mean, and lately you've been awarded as well, Woman of Heart Awards.
By the way, I'm going to step over here. I brought it with me.
You got it with you.
Hanging on my wall.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
Yes,
Oh, wow.
Congratulations.
thank you.
Oh, wow.
very, very proud of that.
Well, she's now awarding Desiree. If you're watching, Desiree, the CEO of Women of Hearts, she's awarding men Gentlemen of Heart awards.
I know. Ian Palm Turner was
Yeah,
awarded.
also one of your other friends, Jacalyn, Robert Moore, RJ Moore.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he got awarded. Yeah,
Fantastic. We've interviewed him a few times. He's great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I'm just putting your information into.
And there's a few kings that got like kings of ancient kings and modern king that got awarded gentlemen. I think it's really good that, because I do believe that it's important for because it went really masculine before, and then it was really feminine, and it's almost like it's got to come now to that balance where we see our beautiful strength and our love within each other, and the balance.
Yes. And Madalene, before we close out the show, I think this does relate to writing, and Diann, I'd like for you to jump in as well. If you can share about how everyone has masculine and feminine energy and how people can tap into both.
Oh wow. Okay. Right. Within us we have a male energy and a female energy. The male energy is what is kind of our survival. It's kind of our where we go for something with a lot of willpower, strive, determination, that kind of, and that is male. That's male energy. And the feminine is more the nurturing, and they think about it and they think, yes, but if I was to do it this way, then maybe I can do it this way. And they have a lot of a more caring and love and nurturing. So we need the male and we need the feminine energy. And that doesn't mean as in female genetic. It means just energy, just the energy. We need the feminine and the male. Just like the universe, the universe is the male, which is the mind, the wisdom, illumination. And the feminine of the universe is the soul, is the divine will and compassion, is the greater love. So greater light is universe of mind, masculine. Greater love is universe of feminine, of the soul. And in a human, it's the male is about the strive, will, determination, and the feminine nurturing, loving it with patience, growing it, evolving it. And we have that with our voice, with our singing voice too. We have our male tones and our feminine tones as well. That's my explanation anyway.
I think that's wonderful. Thank you. I also want people to reach out to you for vocal lessons, vocal coaching. How can they do that, and what will they experience?
Okay, you can go on to my my website. Did I write it? Oh, I don't know if I did or not. It's on there. Yeah, with Colors of the Voice. And basically, I will do like a consultation and find out where they are with their voice. And I work with anybody who wants to just find and identify their inner voice, to express and sing that song they've always wanted to sing, or be in that meeting and say the words that they want to say, or have the courage to ask somebody out that they've always been wanting to ask out. Because when you work with the inner voice, there is a confidence that you start to emanate. And I have no control. I have no control of what's going to evolve from that person. I have no idea what power and confidence is going to emanate from them. And that's the beauty of it. It's such a surprise. It's such a pleasure to hear someone when they awaken their full inner voice. It's a beautiful gift to hear. It's beautiful. It's the most wonderful gift. to
Thank
hear someone, and then they change. It's almost like they change overnight, and their voice just moves and becomes a powerhouse.
Now, Madalene, question I have for you, for people who are wondering, are your vocal lessons for someone who has never taken them before, or are they for someone who is an accomplished singer who needs to read?
Yeah, I cover basically anybody who wants to never sung before and wants to learn to sing. People that have been singing and they gave it up and they want to reconnect, and which they have to disconnect to connect.
Mm-hmm.
And and for people that just want to be podium, speak in on a podium about their product or their brand. I mean, I don't do branding or anything, but I just bring out their voice so they can bring out a confidence in their voice, and their confidence in their voice convinces people in the audience. It's vibration and frequency. We have to get on to that same resonating of vibration and frequency. So yeah, it's fun.
Diann, did you want to add something?
Oh no, I was just agreeing 100%, and it's fun to discover your voice, because you could go and think you're speaking with confidence, and you're like, "Hey, I'm Diann. How are you?" And it's so breathy. I don't think I want to buy any of your products, right? But then you go, "Oh, hi, I'm Diann. How are you?"
There's a difference. But I mean, I think with family and that, you just need to just have your more natural, whether it's quiet or just, but when you're projecting out and talking about something, you definitely do need to have a more confident manner, a more a lifted vibration of your voice. Because if you go, oh no, well today, it's droning. But there are some people that can drone, and if it sells the product, it's a droning product. If it's a drone, it's great.
I just want to share that I had been told by 2 different guys I date, and you know this, Madalene, that I was a terrible singer and please stop singing, because I sing all the time. My mother will tell you, yeah, she's singing. And then when I took lessons with Madalene, as I am taking lessons, it was like I didn't even care. It's just I like to sing and I'm enjoying singing, so it doesn't matter what someone else's judgment of me singing or my singing is. That makes sense.
It's there's so many people have been put down by their teacher or from a while ago or something that said, oh, you can't sing, you can't, or even your family or something. Oh, stop singing, you can't sing a note. And it stays with you. It stays with you. It's like something that attaches to you, and you just say, oh, I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it again.
They hypnotize you.
Yes.
But when you work, But when you
when you said the word disconnect, you're right.
Yes.
You have to disconnect.
You have to disconnect
so that you get rid of that hypnotism.
Big time. Big time.
And then you're ready to go. So, Dr. Jacalyn, you were ready to go.
She was absolutely ready to go. And we're gonna be writing a song, co-writing a song for Dr. Jacalyn as well, because I said in 15 lessons, and we haven't had all the 15 lessons, not only could we work to bring out her voice and her confidence, we could also write a song which Dr. Jacalyn will write in the style of music she loves.
I think that's what the title's going to be, All Alone with My Hollywood Glamour.
I love it. Well, we'll have to discuss later what style and all this. But yeah, we sit in 15 lessons, and I think there's only been 5 lessons only. So right now, so yeah. So honestly, by the 15th lesson, the song that Dr. Jacalyn It will be sung, but then it needs to be recorded after that. It will be sung live with a musician, and then it needs to be recorded.
We're going to do it.
We're
There
going to
you
do
go.
it.
That's
That's
exciting.
2022. It's. I'm getting February 22 for some reason. It's coming through for some reason.
Always after January. January is a very busy month. So,
It will be February 22 when you're out there singing this song.
There you
and
go.
Diann is a singer, so Diann, maybe you'll sing it with me.
No,
Absolutely,
you
Diann.
have the limelight. I am going to cheer. So somebody has to be in the audience, and I'm going to enjoy it.
And then we're going to work with you, Diann, and get your song, your personal song out there. I think everybody, honestly, and we covered this, didn't we, in Power of Effective Listening, Jacalyn, Jacalyn, about the way we should have a song for our ambition, for our goals and our desires, a song, and make it a song so that we don't become so stifled or have a fear. We're just singing and enjoying singing and not realizing we're actually singing to the universe and manifesting what we love and what we desire and require in our life. Woo, woo! Sorry.
I have to say, Madalene, since I started working with you, that I now actually pay a lot of attention to the words in songs, because the person who's recording them, or whoever, if they wrote it, that's actually something that's coming from within them. And I just had Tony Moore on. Diann and I met him, the first time, right, Diann?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that sorry?
Tony Moore. I think you performed with him.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think you
I
performed.
know of Tony Moore, yes.
His songs are about things he's experiencing. So that's what I'm saying. Every artist, I guess, is sharing something from their life, or maybe their dreams.
And even not just artists, even people that just haven't been artists and just want to have a song out there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at the internet now. You can just, and you can have your own recording studio at home rather than going to, you can do it all yourself. It's just a way of learning, applying, and confidence.
Exactly. I've got it all right here. So
You've got, I'm going to say, yes.
Wizard of Oz.
Honestly, I love that background, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, that's Liz design.
You are the branding queen.
Yeah, I was thinking one of the things you talked about, it can relate to our audience, which is so important. I want them to connect with everything we're talking about, is that you were so kind to share something very vulnerable, how you needed to go away and be invisible. And I think all of us at some point has something that happens to us. I know I personally have, where I just needed to actually 2 times in my life, where I just needed to just disappear in my own self, not away from my family or anything, but just disappear. But it's going through this, it's almost like you just become mud. And as you're living through it, the spirit is reconnecting you until you're a beautiful piece of clay, and you're ready to go back and out into the world.
Absolutely.
And I really want our audience to know, if they've ever felt that, to just embrace your words and your songs and connect so that their aura becomes just beautifully golden again. What do you think about all that?
I love that. I really feel that so many people are so confused now, where things worked before in the past and it worked well, and now it doesn't make sense to them, and they're in limbo. And this is the time where they feel they want to be invisible, but because of peer pressure, they can't be invisible. But I say to them, be invisible. If you need to be invisible for a little while, do it, because then you'll start to discover about who you are, what you like, what you love. It's almost like before that person was a carbon copy of everybody else in some way or form, because we were dictated by what was going on in the media or government centralized systems, outer world reality. But when you become invisible, you only have your inner world.
I think it's possible, which was my case, is that you felt invisible for such a long time and didn't even realize it until something happened that then you realized that, wow, I've been feeling invisible all this time, and now I feel like I'm seen.
I did 3 years of invisibility.
Wow. That's a long
3
time.
years, completely cut off completely from people, just living on this island of Gozo. And just, I mean, I went to the shops, like to the not big supermarkets, but just little sole proprietors, grocery shops and things. But
Where's that island, Madalene?
Hmm?
Where is the island?
yeah, it's Malta
Malta.
in the middle of the Mediterranean, kind of near it's Sicily, not far from Sicily, a very tiny island. But that was my place of sanctuary. And I was called there. I was really called there, and I had to go there and spend 16 years marooned on an island. Yeah. And then I mean, I practiced my craft. I did my teaching and everything. But then when I started to wake up, it's almost like I was transported to this smaller island, even smaller. And that's when I started doing lots of, when I started to be invisible, I was crying all the time. I was crying. I was just, I didn't want to know about my books, my book. I didn't want to sing. I didn't sing. I didn't want to sing at all. I didn't even want to put makeup on. I didn't even want to, I mean, a bit unfair to my ex-husband, of course, but I just became transparent, or just no name.
Mm-hmm. But that's when the angels could do their work with you.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, it is. It is.
And you certainly are extremely talented and very giving. And I certainly enjoy working with you and being friends with you as well.
Oh, I love it too.
And I could relate to what you were saying about the industry trying to shape you. This happens to so many artists, including my daughters went through some of this, where they have such versatile voices, and I know I do, and they're like, no, I want your voice just to be here, and you're just like, I'm a storyteller. I want to tell stories in different tones based on what I'm trying to get out to the universe, and they're like blocking you. But I'm so grateful that you you got in touch with your real soul, your real self, and we all need love, and people need your words, and I feel very honored that you.
Thank you. But Diann, you know what? I was told when I first went into the music industry with Steps, I had to, a boy and girl group that went on to a lot of good success, great success. I had to not use my voice. I had to, honestly, I hadn't to sing live. It had to be, what do you call it when you don't sing into the microphone? And
you had to eat words. Yeah.
It had to be lip sync. And then I had to invent a story that because I was Oriental, that I was from Japan. Because at the time, the Spice Girls were like really popular. So they wanted to corner the Asian market at the time, the people behind it all. So then I had to pretend that I couldn't speak English.
That's horrible.
Wow, that's.
And I ended up having drinking. I ended up having to drink before I went on stage. And I remember we performed in front of Jean-Luc Picard, Patrick Stewart, because he loved line dancing and that. And I was drunk, beyond drunk, and I missed my cue. And I just knew. And then something just told me. It said, I know this is strange, but it said, it's like a voice came through and said, little one, it's not your time yet. Wait for the golden time. Once the golden time arrives, this is your time. but I didn't know it was going to be bloody 30 years later.
Well, I'm excited that we're here to share this journey with you as it continues, Madalene.
Oh,
We are going to close up our show for today, the Corner Bookstore.
I think it's a bit of corner of everything, isn't it, really?
All over the four corners of the globe. I am streaming something if you are interested in elevating your personal and professional branding, because Madalene, you mentioned branding. You can contact Roar Media Creative for on-target branding, and their website is roarmediacreative.com. Okay. All right, Madalene, it's been a pleasure having you here. As always, I look forward to seeing you in the next couple of days, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. I'm really enjoying myself. I'm so relaxed. You ladies just made me so relaxed. Like, it didn't feel like an interview at all. Just kind of this is the most relaxed I've been on your shows, Jacalyn. Absolutely. I think it's because we're getting right friendly, you know, as well.
Yes.
Friend zone as well, and that's me. And Diann, oh my gosh, I got to read the book. 'Tis the Season. I love it.
Yeah.
Looking at the lives through a dog about Christmas. I love it.
It's a really beautiful story. So
oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm really proud of it.
I'll check it on Amazon for sure. I need to get it.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. And A Song of Peace you're gonna love it, and the illustrations are incredible. So
yeah. When are you doing this?
It's out. It's on Amazon.
Oh, it's out.
Yeah.
Diann,
how do I look for the link?
Sorry.
Do you have your books there, Diann?
Oh, well, that one I don't even have. It's I can't. It's coming to print, but it's this one. But this one, this one I have.
The Season. I love the title as well.
It's from 10 different authors through Texas sisters, two beautiful sisters that started their own publishing company. And this one, Rise, I'm very proud of, based on my grandma.
Oh, wow.
You two girls would have loved her because
my God.
She listened to the spirit inside her. And even though she was born in 1904, she was like, hey, man, I'm not just going to can tomatoes. I'm going to live in a man.
She was rebellious, huh? Yeah. Yeah.
With the Charleston. And Dr. Jacalyn, she got to read it before anyone else, besides my mom, of course.
Oh, my gosh. What an honor. Oh, wow.
And Madalene, I'm putting up, you have your screen behind you, but I'm going to put up the visual.
Beautiful. Yeah. That one.
Words of Divine Love and Wisdom.
Is that on Amazon?
I haven't got round to do it yet, but I will do. I will. I mean, I thought maybe on Amazon you got to have a publisher.
No, we'll talk off stage. Dr. Jacalyn can tell you a really neat person as well.
Yes, and Diann.
I'll put it on there. I think I've just been I'm one of these people that do lots of creativity and write and always doing something new, always creative, creating every day, different things. And then I don't take it to that next level.
Okay. To take it to the next level.
Yep. It's your time. Now you just said it publicly. So
yeah. Oh yeah, oh my gosh, I didn't I? Oh my gosh, so that means I've really got to do it now.
You have to do it now, for sure.
I'm nervous at that now.
That's all right. You're gonna do it.
I'll have a cup of tea.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a cup of tea. I'm actually gonna have dinner. I haven't had dinner yet.
Rose tea will just make you feel nice and calm.
Oh, yeah, chai tea. Love chai tea. Yeah.
All right, girls. I'm going to
this is like woman's talk, isn't it, really?
And I'm going to close out the show with Madalene's song, A Song for You. Okay. And we'll take a look at that. And I'll say goodbye to all of you. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Jacalyn. Thank you, Diann. Love you both.
Love you
Thank
too.
Everybody else.
Life is wonderful Every time I think of you, you just fill my life and make my dreams come true. I know I'll share my life with you. Words cannot express the wonder that I feel. I'm so mesmerized by the love that's in your eyes. My need of you is in my soul. I love you. I love you. As I sing this love song for you, only for you, only for you. Now we two are one, yet it seems we've just begun. Time has sealed our love with such memories deep and true. You live in me and I in you. I love you. I love you. As I sing this love song for you, only for you, only for you. I won't let go of this feeling. I've no fears, I've no doubts. This happens once in a lifetime and will not be shut out. So I'll let my heart inspire. As I sing this love song for you, as I sing this love song for you, only for you, only for you, only for you, only for you. As I sing this love song for you, as I sing this love song for you, as I sing this love song for you, only for you, only for you, only for you, only